Boom, and we're back. Welcome back, everybody. Another Tuesday night chat with the Muskrat, Mr. Creole Catfishing with the boss. Miss Laura sitting there with him. We got
this right here is the CFO of Creole Catfishing right here.
There it is, the CFO.
Yeah. She is in Chief Financial Officer. She is in charge.
And you're expensive too.
I am, but I'm worth it.
At this point,
I'm worth it.
I heard. I was reminded this week. I saw something on TikTok. I think is when she starts complaining that my habits are expensive, that there are men out there that are a lot cheaper than I am.
They're right.
But you get what you pay for.
I like that one.
But you get what you pay for.
I like that.
I'm gonna attest that.
Yeah. I'm expensive, but I'm worth it.
Oh.
We got Jamie and Richard from JR Fishing in the house, and we got Chad and Dee. Chad, what are you doing?
You told Dee to bring her king, so I'm here.
Oh my goodness. We got Chris and Telly over at Hooks and the Hammocks. Thank you guys for joining. Guys, tonight we're just going to talk a little bit about fishing and hanging out on the boat and sharing passions as a couple. And when I thought about this idea for tonight, obviously tomorrow's Valentines Day, and we thought this would be kind of a fun thing to do. I started asking couples to come on the show, and I didn't take long before I filled the panel up, and I was like, man, there are a lot more couples I want to bring on the show. And it was actually a lot more refreshing thinking about how many couples are out there still that aren't going to be on here tonight, but enjoy fishing together. So actually, there's one right there. Bill and Jen Hopper, War Pig Catfishing. They enjoy fishing together as a team. We got Mike Sampson in the house. Pontoon Jody and Jamie, they would have been a great another team to bring up on the panel tonight. Chrissy Brown and Ernie, they were actually supposed to join, but Ernie had some rough therapy today, and he's going to sit tonight out. So I hope you get to feeling better, brother. Let's see, we got Kelly Boggs in the house. 922 Crappie Barbecues here. Bugman 22's in the house. There's another fantastic couple, James and Janet Fox. How's everyone doing? Thank you guys for stopping in. Wabash Nate's in the house. Eddie River Junkie, what's going on, buddy? Mike Greenwell's in the house, watching on the TV.
Cool.
Oh boy.
No pressure.
Fins and Fines, what's going on? Chris Hill, what's up, buddy? We got Justin Fishing Fetish, another channel member, hanging out with us tonight, along with Sue Woolley. Thank you for stopping in. 205 Wild Action. Greg Burgess, Joshua Pearham. I think I messed it up twice, but
Parham.
Buckeye Catfishing's in the house. What's going on, guys? But saying, what's up, Muskrat? Yeah. So we got to get out this week and play around a little bit. We got to run into Jamie and Richard all the way up here in Columbus, Ohio for the Columbus, Ohio Fishing Expo over the last weekend. So an unexpected but pleasant visit we got to throw in up there. We got to run into a few. That place isn't really designed for catfishing. There was like a handful of catfishing booths that you could choose some products from, but by far, Tackle Bed, it had the one-stop shop going on. You could get it all there. So it was a good time there. But I think everybody knows everybody, right? Everybody knows everybody.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. So
I've heard Ellie. She catches big fish.
Yeah, I've heard Telly catches big fish. That's right.
She does. So does he.
Oh boy. So I'm going to go on a limb and say that the women outfish the men 90% of the time when we're on the boat.
That's the way I like it.
That's the way I like it. Yeah. Usually. Yeah. So how many of us is because we enjoy watching them catch fish so much we just let them have it?
Well, I mean, yeah, we do, but I mean, we take turns, so it's kind of luck of the draw for the most part. But I want her to catch those fish because that means I get to go more.
Yes.
Yes. See, here's what I found. I got Jackie introduced into catfishing, and she is hook, line, and sinker. She's in. But the dangerous thing is now that now she wants to spend just as much money as I want to spend on fishing. I don't have anybody to hold me back.
Uh-oh.
I don't have any money to spend, but
It's hard.
yeah.
Hey,
Yes.
eat your stuff, you know? I mean,
Mom and Dad's in the house. Thanks, Mom and Dad, for stopping in. Facebook user, appreciate you stopping in. I'll check that out here in just a second, see who we got. Tom LG Bass has also joined us. Jackie's going to catch a monster. So I got to find out who that is from Facebook. So quick story. A couple of you have heard this story, but took Jackie out fishing her first trip out, and we get on numbers. We're out fishing with, there's a tournament going on that day. There's a guide out on the water that day. Everyone's fishing. Nobody's catching fish. We're catching fish. She's thinking, man, this is awesome. You're really good, aren't you? Like, no, this is pure luck. Second trip out, I take this girl out. We go dragging baits at night. Second trip, she catches a 40-pounder, new PB. She went from like a 12 or a 13 to a 40. I'm like, okay. Third trip out, we take her up and was like, we're going to try to teach her how to bump. Me and Zach's wanting to go bumping so bad we could taste it. And I told her, I said, well, I mean, Zach's probably going to catch most of the fish because he'll be able to bump. I will probably be helping you learn, which is fine, but that's what we're going to do. There it is. Hey,
Yeah, buddy.
Another couple we invited onto the show tonight. They was tied up, but we did get to see them at the Columbus Fishing Expo as well. So a great time hanging out with those guys as well. Teach her how to bump in 10 minutes. She's catching fish just as fast as me and Zach.
Mm-hmm.
We're bumping, catching fish. We get tired. We decide we're going to go down and fix lunch. We decide, you know how we do. We set up and start dragging. Starts dragging. Rod doubles over. I tell her, get it. It's a good one. Third trip. She's up to a 56-pound blue
Nice.
on the Ohio River.
Yeah.
Wow.
Story you.
So it kind of just fell right in her lap. And I try to explain to her, like, look, this doesn't happen. Like, this isn't normal. I don't know what kind of magic or voodoo you got going on, but I'll take it.
You've set the bar high, Roger.
We
Yeah.
went to Rogersville and I caught smaller fish than Ohio. So
Yeah. James says, Janice, just like any other partner, she has her poles and I have mine. She does everything herself. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with, being a team and helping each other out. But like a lot of the, just like most of everybody up here on panels, it's everybody's, 50-50 game, pitching in and doing their part and wanting to be part of the action. There's another dynamic duo, Craig Williams and Tyra. Tyra's probably back there somewhere.
Absolutely.
I only get to catch fish on my boat when she allows me to, and she tells me I'm allowed to have that one.
Whose boat?
Yeah.
it's not your fault. You always
Yeah.
let 'em-
Whose boat, Chad?
Yeah. Yeah, you're gonna dig yourself a hole here in a minute.
Yeah, you fixing to be in the doghouse.
Let me
Yeah,
see.
because they all know how lucky you are. So.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. For me, it tends to be my boat when it's broken and her boat when it's not.
No,
My boat
But on
is
the boat, her rods are 100% her rods.
that's right.
We don't share. You fish your side of the boat, I'll fish my side of the boat.
It is very much so a competition for us.
So
Yeah.
if fish are only hitting on one side of the boat, do you realign the boat where the other side may have a chance?
What happens when you do that, honey?
She still catches all the fish.
yeah.
I spun the boat completely around.
Creole.
Like pulled anchors, spun the boat 180 degrees, dropped anchors, and we switched and fished, and she still caught fish, and I didn't.
That's usually the way it goes. That's why we don't do the one side of the boat or the other. We just basically take turns. But
Yeah.
I noticed that, especially when I bring her with me, she gets like 3 or 4 turns to my one. Like fine, after everybody's caught like 2 or 3 fish, then I'll get to reel in one like towards the end. Yeah.
See, that's why we take turns and let us drop.
Yeah, until a
And
rod,
then what do you tell me? Oh, look, man, go get it.
until a rod goes down.
I know, Justin. I don't put myself on fish like that normally. I don't know what happened.
I want everybody else to catch fish in the boat before I catch fish. That's my thing. If I don't catch one, it doesn't matter to me. I want everybody else to catch fish first.
You are significantly more noble than me.
Well, I mean,
I have to be. I have to make sure that whoever comes with me has a good time. I want him to come back.
Yeah.
it's actually kind of shocking how much fun it is to watch people catch fish on your boat.
Yep.
I love watching catch fish on my boat.
These boats.
Already your boat. So I don't know what you're talking about. We
Yeah. Yeah.
I can see what I got to look forward to whenever it comes our turn to get a boat.
Mm-hmm.
Good luck, buddy. That's all I'm going to tell you.
922.
The other way. I get all kinds of fish and stuff now. I got my sugar mama over
No
here.
reason to be afraid of me, Dominic.
I will say, if you're going to do it, the best way to do it is with a sugar mama.
That's right.
We got a new wrap on the boat. We've got new lithium.
You're that. I don't have the new wrap yet or the lithium batteries, baby.
we just
Yeah.
started talking about the
Okay.
wrap.
As long as it's still on your mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, she messages or calls me. Was it yesterday or today? She said, "Hey, what's the difference between live scope and pan optics?" She's like, "We're going to get a live scope for the boat." Oh boy.
Oh boy.
She's
I don't
doing
have
more.
live scope.
She's doing more research and data processing than I am at this point.
We got a new boat. We got the boat wrapped. We've got the hydraulic jack plate. We got an antenna. What? I'm working on it.
LVS 34. You don't even have to look it up. I'm just saying.
That's it right there. The 34.
Yeah,
That's the latest and greatest.
Don't look up the price either. Just don't.
Here we
On
go.
sale with Bass Pro right now, the box and the transducer, $8.99.
That's not bad.
Andy Ward says, absolutely love taking people just getting into it or don't fish as much humbles me, makes me feel the excitement I had when I was breaking PBs. And that's a fantastic statement because sometimes, around here, we don't get used to catching big fish. So we like them all. There we go. Finally get to see the better half of these teams. There you go, Ted.
The better half is right. Trust me.
Yes, absolutely. But, when you take somebody that don't get to fish much and they appreciate, a 5-pounder or 10-pounder, and, to some of us, it's like, oh man, I want that. Where's that big guy at? And it just kind of brings you back down a notch and like, yeah, these are great fish. And some of these fish that we catch are bigger than most of the fish, people will ever catch.
Right.
Jackie's running into my friends now in the grocery stores and telling them, there's like, oh yeah, check out this fish. And she's like, yeah, I got bigger fish than you.
I'm not mad at it.
Okay. She's too nice to say that, but
I was like, oh, look at mine.
Don't brag about your big fish.
but she's not
He
used
reminds me regularly.
she's not used to like the catfish community, like some of the, just stuff we do. So yeah, walking up to somebody showing a picture of your biggest fish. Yeah, that's normal. We do that. Or you see somebody at a fishing event or whatever, and you get pictures of each other together. She's like, you guys just take pictures of each other? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Charlie.
When we're eating dinner.
Oh, yeah. Not it fishing. There you go.
Well, I also wasn't sure, can you, if somebody's showing you a picture of their fish and it's like X amount of pounds and you have a bigger one, do you say, oh, look at mine? Or you say, oh, that's great.
Well,
It depends on the situation.
Depends on the situation.
Yeah,
like if Chad was to show me a picture of his fish, I'd say, "Oh, that's cute. Look at this one."
That's adorable.
See, my favorite thing is somebody will be trolling and they're like, "Oh, look at this fish that I caught." And like it's a mid-30s flathead, and in their region, that's a great fish. And I'm like, "Oh, that's cute. Look at the one my wife just caught."
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that's even better. It's like, oh yeah, look at what my old lady caught.
And to see grown men drop their head really sad at an expo when they're bragging about little fish, and you're like, "Yeah, I mean, I'm used to seeing those fish. That's what my wife catches." And they're just like, "Oh."
Uh,
I will gladly.
At the end of the day, I'm just out there to spend quality time with Richard and find peace. And if I happen to catch a bigger flathead than Richard, it makes it so much more better. But when he catches a bigger blue than me, that makes my day.
Is it quality time with each other if I'm sitting on the dock begging you to let me load the boat?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Yeah, you're still together.
it's still quality
Because it
time. It's
wasn't
just-
really that quality sitting on the dock.
It is quality time enjoying your wife's success. How about that?
I couldn't even see her catching the fish. She's like 50 yards from me.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
He got tacos the next day. We made tacos from the fish we caught. Or, I mean, I caught.
You can fish you caught. Get it right.
I'm done with her. She's out.
Yeah. Gone.
Bill Hopper saying, I'm thinking a couples tournament ahead. Well, let's just go ahead and talk about couples tournaments.
Right.
That is a phenomenal idea.
I think that's Chad, you got time to put something like that together?
You know what? I think I could probably put it together, but it'll probably take me until right around September.
September?
Right.
This will be, what year is this? Is this the fourth year?
This will be the fifth
year.
Wow. Already.
Wow, that is pretty crazy. So
Yep, this will be the fifth annual tournament that we've done.
Yep.
September.
We've seen a lot of crazy things in the couples tournaments between blow up dolls and
It happened once, okay?
That was good though. It was worth it.
it was a learning lesson. We've learned quickly that we have to pay attention to the rules.
Yes.
If there's a loophole, somebody will find it.
Yep.
Rules are meant to be great.
Right.
They say what you cannot do. They don't say what you can do.
Fair girlfriend.
Yeah, I still fight every year with boat chair girlfriend trying to enter the tournament with a certain angler of green.
Yep.
Who likes to boat.
That's Mr. Aaron Grubb in the house says mine puts up with a lot. I've been told I fish too much. I've been told I fish too much.
Is that even a thing?
It can.
I don't think it's a thing.
I can't. I think it.
But I know for most of us on screen, it's going out fishing is one thing, but it's the messages between all of us talking about fishing. It's the phone calls talking about fishing, the text messages, and the fishing is always talked about, being discussed on our minds. It seems like 100% of the time. So going out on the water is only part of the story.
Oh yeah.
I feel like as long as you don't exceed 8,700 hours of fishing a year, it can't be too much.
I'd have to do the math on that. There's no way I'm fishing that much. I'm way under my quota if that's the case.
That's only 60 hours short of literally every hour in the year.
Yeah, well, I'm definitely not hitting that.
I did the math on that one real quick.
Yeah, I figured you did.
We saw you slip your shoes off.
Yeah.
You know how hard it is to count that high?
Yeah, I do. Seen JG Hill showed up to join us in the house, as well as Kevin, Mr. Palmetto Cats. I thought I missed a couple other there. I'm sure you saw John River Cats Tackle joining us.
Going on, Mr. John. Yeah, buddy.
We got his logo up in the corner tonight.
I got the logo behind me right there too.
There you go.
Representing the flag, baby.
So let's talk about one of my favorite things to talk about on the boat, and that's food. So We'll start with Chris and Tally. What's you guys' normal boat snacks looking like?
Whatever she brings me, I don't care. As long as she's made it, I'm gonna eat it. But I do like to have my smoked Vienna sausages on the boat too.
Smoked Vienna sausages.
I don't have a turkey sandwich or some kind of candy, Skittles or freeze dried.
There you go. There you go.
We
What about you,
haven't
Chad?
done any cooking on our boat. We just don't have the room for it. So
I actually blame the fishing community for us having to have food on our boat at all.
You're welcome.
Have some drinks, but now it's like, okay, we need some boat snacks. And it's usually we stop in the morning on the way to the river and pick up, donuts or candy bar.
Yeah.
I don't eat a lot on the boat.
Yeah.
If I grab like a pack of donuts or something, that's usually all I'll eat all day.
Andy Ward knows the deal. Always have a Blackstone on the boat.
Mm.
We used to have a girl on our boat.
I don't want to talk about it.
Uh-oh.
You
One of
get
them
another one.
didn't show up tonight.
Yeah, one of them people that didn't show up tonight, I blame them. They made me go fast in my boat and it flew out of the boat into the.
Oh,
So now I am.
ouch.
That's what a bucket's for.
Right. I know we have a tradition on the boat. When she comes with me, there's one item we have to have no matter what. Otherwise, we don't catch fish.
Funyuns.
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 Funyuns have to be on the boat. Only when she comes. If she shows up and there are no Funyuns on the boat, we ain't catching fish.
show that.
It's a superstition now. It's just it has to happen. It just has to. And I have turned the truck around and gone back to the store because we forgot them. Like that's it. That's a serious thing.
Then eat Funyuns. It's gross.
I love them. Gotta have them.
Oh boy. Wow, look at that. I don't eat food unless I'm camping. Only drinks. If Anna's on the boat, we have all the food.
To me, it's a good trip when the Funyuns and the chips stay in the ice chest and never get opened because we were too busy catching fish to worry about sitting there and eating. If all the snacks are gone, that means we didn't have a good trip.
Yeah, well, I'm with Andy here. We normally don't catch so many fish. We ain't got time to eat, so we got time to make 4-course meals on the boat if we need to. But as soon as you fire up the grill, that's when the rod's going to go down.
Yep.
I mean, I've had sushi on the boat and pizza, and we've had hibachi on the boat.
We did a homemade soup.
We did homemade tomato soup. We do sandwiches, tacos.
I mean, when we typically go out fishing, though, we leave the shop, we leave our work, and go straight to the lake. So there's no dinner, and I do get hangry.
Oh,
And so I mean,
We gotta up our
I'll
food.
pack like wraps and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll pack wraps and his chicken salad sandwiches and I don't know. The
Applesauce.
But one of my favorites is the Kellogg cereal. So like Fruit Loops, they make the snack sizes and they're like this big.
Yeah.
I gotta have me a bag or two of those. Or Apple Jacks.
Ideas now.
Thomas fishing with me sometimes, but that's usually what I call Chris when Pelly doesn't want to go and D doesn't want to go. So I invite Fruit Loops to go fishing with me.
Brandon saying Chad and D contest to this. Hooters chicken wings in Cincinnati. You pull up to the dock and get some wings.
Nice.
I was very.
Restaurant on the lake.
We do. There's one at the marina at the 85 bridge.
You're just not telling me this?
It's expensive.
Uh-oh.
See what happened?
Mm-hmm.
We've got a McDonald's on the water what is that around Pomeroy, down around Pomeroy.
We've delivered McDonald's on the water before.
We
took
have.
some to Ryan Bort's. I mean,
Oh boy.
Two compliments of J Dog.
Yeah, J Dog's supposed to be here tonight. Him and Tara was going to join us. He's tied up on a brake job. Josh just messaged me. Josh and Christina were going to be in here tonight. He just now got off work. He's supposed to got off at work at 4, and
Oh wow.
Oh, wow.
just now walking out of work. So
Yeah, both of them. I told them I was going to be on with them, and they told me never mind. They were going to not come on. But that's probably because they're scared of me.
we had a full panel. It just today ain't been a good day for a lot of folks.
But I do have a question for. I know what my answer is already, but I have a question for the other couples on panel. Best fishing memory as a couple.
There you go.
Chad, you want to take this one first? Put you on the spot.
I got it.
Every time I get to be with her, go ahead.
Oh my.
My.
Whatever. Let me. Where's that button? Let me kick him out of here.
Patriot James tournament down at Wiley, the whole day, but it's specifically when I caught my very first flathead.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Pulling it in. Okay, and I already caught 2 40 pounder, 30 pounder, a couple of 20s. So I was tired. I start reeling down and I'm like, it's snagged or it's on a log or something. Will you reel it in? And he's like, okay. He takes it for a second, cranks once, and he goes, take this back. Alyssa, turn on the camera.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay. And I'm reeling it in. Another pleasure boater stops and they're watching. I get it to the boat and I'm like so excited because it's my first flathead. And they're like, we thought you were reeling in a dead body. It was a 31.5-pound flathead.
Oh
Nice.
yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
Haven't beat
Yeah.
it yet. We only caught 3 flatheads now. The other ones were less than 10 pounds.
But the other thing about that was not a few hours maybe before that, she was so mad at me. She had caught the 40-pound blue. She caught a 37-pound blue.
Those are the 2 we weighed.
That was the 2 we weighed in for the thing.
Mm-hmm.
But the one fish that I had caught was a 34-pound flathead, and she had never caught one. She was so mad at me.
Ah,
Oh, wow.
and rightfully so.
About that, because she had, up until then, she had never caught a flathead.
Uncle Lou's in the house. What's up, buddy? Thanks for stopping in. What about you guys, Chris and Tally?
We gotta say goodbye there,
Yeah.
fellas. We gotta run to get up.
Yep. It's about 8:30. So thank you guys for taking the time
Thank y'all for coming up.
jump in.
Be safe.
Love you guys. Fields to water
Be
tonight.
nice, Chad.
Call if you need something.
Be nice.
No, not be nice. Never.
So, I mean, for me, first thing pops in my head is Lake Gaston, 70-pounder, first fish of the trip. We get there at the tail end of the hurricane, winds blowing crazy, still mist and rain and raining off and on. And we get out there on the lake and we go to a part of the lake that we had never been on.
Yeah.
And mark some fish, spot lock, start dropping baits. I go to the front of the boat and I hear a noise and I turn around and she's climbed up on the rod rack trying to get the rod out of the rod rack, and it's just screaming drag the whole
Oh, my
time.
God.
Freddie and Nina are about 300 yards away over by the bank. They're hearing everything going on. So, when it finally comes up and breaks the surface and you see a 70-pound fish next to your boat.
I thought I was going to pass out.
I mean, it was great. Everything about it was fantastic. Watching her, I mean, she did everything. She got the rod out of the rod holder. She reeled it in. All I did was dip net it and get her in her chair and pick it up and put it in her lap, But, I mean, it was fantastic. It goes along with that, like I said earlier, watching someone else catch a fish on your boat.
Yeah.
And then when it's the woman that you love and your wife that it just makes it that much more special.
Yeah,
And that she enjoyed it as much as I think I would have enjoyed it.
Right.
I think I made several phone calls that day.
Yeah, I remember the short you put out, I think last week, where it says most people spend a lifetime trying to find a perfect fishing partner, and you married yours. That was very sweet. Yeah, he must have done something bad to have to be sucking up
I
that
did
bad.
not. I didn't even know he was doing it.
Yeah, he was in trouble. He was trying to get some brownie points.
No, he's probably getting ready to purchase something.
But I also have to say too, is as special as that trip was, and it's going to take a lot to beat that. But every time we go to the Tennessee River, we have the time of our life.
We do.
We just absolutely love it down there.
Yeah, we're looking forward to the gathering pretty hard right now. So
Richard, what about you, brother? What's between y'all two? What's y'all favorite memory?
So October 2022, sitting on the lake, anchored up in a nice little spot. Jamie gets up in the middle of a live stream, folds her chair down, climbs over it backwards like a ninja. And I hear click, and she just starts reeling. And I'm like, what is going on?
I didn't say
drag
anything.
hasn't been pulled on anything. All the clickers were on, reels are in free spool. Nothing has made a sound. And she's gotten up like something crazy's happening. And I turn and look over, and the rod is still stuck in a rod holder. And she's standing there just, and it's not in a rack. It's one mounted to the gunnel.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, what is going on? And I look at the end of the rod, and the Hellcat's 3 eyes buried in the water, and I can feel the boat start leaning.
Oh, wow.
This is real awkward. I'm really confused. Like, nothing's. And then she turns around as giddy as a little schoolgirl. Fish on! Finally gets out of the rod holder. She's fighting it over the anchor ropes. We're in a 16-foot Klamath. The inside the gunnels is like 34 inches wide.
I mean, we sit like this.
This is how we sat on that boat. She finally gets it reeled up to the side of the boat. I had to help her fight it over the anchors, and we end up landing it on the opposite side of the boat because I get him up high enough that he goes over the anchor rope. Fight it around, finally get it to the net, get it in the boat. It's a 44-pound flathead.
Nice.
I have to tell her to go sit down so that I have enough space in the back of that little boat to get the fish up and the hook out of it and the rod put up so that we can even try to weigh it. And there's still pictures floating around of we're both holding it up together between us because she couldn't hold it up by herself. She was shaking and cold so bad.
Nice.
Miserable night, but it was like 160 pounds of fish and 5 fish. And to do that in Georgia on a lake is just, that was an insane night of fishing.
It was.
That's awesome.
I only caught one fish the whole night, but you know.
Jeremy, what's that same question look like for you and Laura?
What do you think, babe? What's your favorite one? I know what mine is. I want to know what your favorite one is. I'm gonna put you on the spot.
You're next.
I can hear the Jeopardy music playing in the background.
I don't know.
I know mine. Okay. I know mine. Now this was before the YouTube channel existed. Okay. At that time we had probably the cheapest gear you could possibly buy, a combination of like Pro Cat stuff from Academy, and I think I had a Berkeley big game from Walmart, like just getting started.
We didn't even have our own boat.
No, we didn't have our own boat at the time. We were using her dad's little 17-foot tracker. And we're out there in the same area we fish now. And it was really cold. Left the ramp that morning. I think it was 35, 36 degrees. Quiet, Roger. I don't want to hear you. Yes, that's cold for us. It's the coldest morning we'd ever left fishing. And it was a Saturday. We said, okay, we're determined. We get to one of our spots. I start marking a few fish. And as soon as because I didn't have a spot lock, nothing like that on that boat. So I fought for a while, finally got it anchored like I wanted. We put these little rods out, and absolute chaos ensues. we start getting in these cookie cutter 20, 30-pound fish. I'm talking one after the other. As soon as I can get one put back in the water, another rod's going down. She had been with me before quite a few times, but only catch 3 or 4 fish here, 3 or 4 fish there. This is by far at this moment the most fish we'd ever caught. And then thing we catch probably 10, 12 fish. I think the biggest one was maybe mid-30s, something like that. Everything kind of gets quiet. We kind of settle down. And then the smallest, cheapest rod that I had at the time, a little black
Blackie?
$50, Blackie. Yeah. That little
Blackie.
$50
Blackie.
Academy Pro Cat combo. Okay. Just terrible little combo. We had it suspended off the side of the boat, and this thing buries and puts half the rod in the water. And I'm like, holy smokes, what is going on? Hurry up. And it's on her side of the boat. She hurries up, she grabs it, she can't get out of the rod holder, drag peeling. I'm like, what in the world is going on here? She fought it for a good 15 minutes trying to get it up. And back then I didn't even have a net. I didn't know you were supposed to have a big landing net for catfish back then. So these big fish, we were just reaching down and hand grabbing them and getting them out of the water to get them in the boat. This big fish rolls on the surface. I finally see how big it is. We're all panicking, small boat, kicking stuff everywhere. And I finally reach down and both hands, I grab the fish's bottom jaw and get it in the boat. It is tearing my hands apart the whole time. And still to this day, 58-pound blue. That was her PB.
Nice.
That morning, on that cold morning, and what made it even better, this would have been in 2019. Was it 2018?
What I'm trying to wrap my head around is you can remember all these details, but you
Oh,
can't
God.
trash out the next one.
I love it.
What happened?
What year it is, what the water temp was, the depth,
Yeah. The part
even the color of the rod.
Yeah, the part that you remember is that's the year we beat Alabama for the first time in a long time. See, she remembers that part. Remembers that part. We actually won that football game that same night. But that, to me, that's one of my favorite memories fishing with her, is just not only catching that big fish, but I think that day we caught 24 fish total, and I think the smallest one was 17 pounds.
Wow.
Still to this day, probably one of the top 10 fishing trips I've ever had in my life was that day.
Heck yeah. What's yours?
I think mine is actually the trip that we went out with Zach and I got my PB because I learned how to bump. And it's like my favorite thing in the world to do now. But when I caught that fish, you and Zach, actually, both of you were so encouraging. And you were like, you got it. You're doing a great job. Keep doing this. You're doing amazing. Yes, you're doing perfect. And just telling me constantly, like building up my confidence and helping me throughout the whole process. And it was just really nice and reassuring to have that support.
And then somewhere in the back of his mind, he was like, please, God, don't let her screw this up.
Yeah. And she loses this fish. I knew I should have took it.
Please don't spit the hook. Don't throw it. Don't
kick the hook. Oh, yeah, man.
That trip, that's going to be hard to beat. But one of the first ones that came to mind is for my birthday, she took me down to Rogersville, Alabama, and I taught her how to drag baits and run planer boards and all that. And we was running 6 boards and long lines, and she had her side of the boat and I had mine. We set up. I get the trolling motor going. She start working on her rods, baiting them, letting them out, boards and everything. She'd say, I'm done. She beat me. She beat her side of the boat. Launched and all the boards out before I could. And I'm pretty quick. And I was like, what? And she's like, I think I did it right. And I look over and all her boards are tracking out beautifully. Everything. I was like, yeah, you did it. It's like, dang on.
Yeah. She might be teaching you.
I can't teach how to get this right.
Yeah.
See, my favorite memory with Richard isn't even catfishing. My favorite memory fishing with Richard is tied for two. It was what is it? October of 21, and he caught and landed his first red drum in the Tybee Island Red Drum Tournament. And to see something that he had worked so hard and was so adamant about doing, and watching him land a red and the look of joy on his face absolutely made my day. Like, that is one of my favorite memories. And then the other one is when we went to Walmart about this time 3 years ago, and got two kids ugly stick Avenger rods. And we had a date night to see who could catch the biggest, the most, and the smallest fish.
Wow. That is fun.
Those are my two favorite.
Who won?
30-pound carp is smoking those reels. For anybody wondering, you get about 3 20-ish pound carp. They're done.
We got an Avenger ugly stick rod right here. I just picked it up. Walmart clearance. There you go.
Yes.
The rod's great. The reels, not necessarily so much.
Yeah, it was $11. So he can tear it up.
Well,
We put braid on it. I mean, they weren't expensive rods, and we just got just a little tub of worms and some bobbers, and we went down to our spillway, and we were like, all right, here's the rules: the biggest, the smallest, and the most.
You won.
There you go.
I want the most and the smallest. You won the biggest.
2 out of 3. That means you won.
That's it. That's it. Kelly's saying Doc Demon challenge time. There's actually been some series like that out. Same scenarios.
The one that he did, the winner. Remember, Dan won it. They caught that 62-pound blue on that dock runner. I will never forget that.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Hey, while we've got Kelly here, Kelly did provide us an awesome spotlight tonight. I already checked it out, and it's a good one. So we're going to take about a minute and a half here and check out this week's spotlight brought to you by Kelly Bullock. So hang tight. Check this out.
Check it out.
That was awesome. Ted Allen record. That's a good one. Those line record videos, man. He put the other one out today, I believe. That's what I really liked about that one is like they had a plan. They knew where they needed to be to go catch the fish, as far as like, being around. Hey, looky there.
I love it.
I guess that counts, right?
He set out
I mean,
and
she's there.
She's got to hook some hammocks.
Maybe.
Got a broom?
Maybe. You got on it's a broom.
you are in trouble.
No, she's actually getting the shower, fixing, getting in bed because she's got to work early in the morning. So I figured I'd pop in because I told you I would, even though I'm slammed and got a lot going on. I just want to say, hey, everybody.
Well, hey, Freddie.
Hey.
Is everybody ready for the Catfish and Crappie Extravaganza Extraordinary Expo?
Absolutely.
That's a lot of words.
We had
I don't even know what it's called anymore,
Yeah, nobody knows.
It's like we had like a little pre-show. We had a fishing expo in Columbus, Ohio this last weekend, and it was kind of cool. There was a little bit of catfishing stuff and a little bit of crappie stuff. It was mostly bass and walleye, but we're really looking forward to seeing everybody and just seeing all the new gear. It's more about the people for me at this point.
New gear. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. We were talking about your gear earlier.
Yeah, we were. You gonna have that line at the expo next week?
We were talking about that new line you're running.
What, the line or the? I haven't packed up one thing yet. I haven't packed this up yet.
You got a hot mess going on there, buddy.
Yeah.
What?
Don't even look. That's clean.
That's clean. That's the clean part.
Oh, God.
But we
Israel
will
was bad.
have our 30 and 40 pound super mono, and then we've also got our new leader line in 50 pound, 85 pound, and 125 pound.
That's the one I've been hearing about.
Yeah.
What's those? I just got inventory and got them stickered up and everything, so they got to go out in the trailer here shortly.
Cool.
No kidding. Well, what we were specifically talking about was the line diameter of these new lines that you got, and how the line capacity is a big deal to a lot of us. And
you better believe it.
I'm looking forward to running. I got that spool from you that I can't remember if it's 30 or 40, but I'm looking forward to running it. See how it does. So we were talking about couples, and so we're going to try to stick to the theme here. And we were telling favorite stories about memories of fishing as a couple. Do you have a favorite memory of you two?
But I want to hear Nina tell it.
Yeah, so do I.
Yeah.
Well, I can tell you her favorite memory is probably our first traveling adventure we did once we got started, which was 3 years ago when we made our first trip, and it was actually up to the James River, bank fishing with the stands. And she happened to catch her PB, which is still her PB, at 46 pounds. At the same time, I caught my PB, which was 22 pounds at that time. So back-to-back fish. It was amazing. Stan tripped and fell while we were there, broke some ribs and some all kind of fun stuff that happened. But that would probably be my number one, number two, or her number one, probably her number one, my number two. My number one, to be honest, it's probably ours together, would be our traveling trips that we do with Chris and Telly. We have grown to love Chris and Telly. We don't consider them.
Can I hug you? Come here, Freddie.
They're more than family. We have bonded. We have bonded really, really, really well, and now Nina and Tally are on the phone texting each other. Next thing you know, we're going on 3 different trips that I didn't even know. Chris probably didn't know about.
Like, hey, we're going here in this time, so you need to put vacation in.
Exactly. That would be ours as a couple. Probably our overall, just the fellowship and the love that we've gained from Chris and Telly, and it's just amazing. There are lots of great couples out there that we love spending time with, but we have just bonded. There's some kind of special bond. Chris and his belly, Telly with the red hair. Something there that we just bonded to. And it doesn't hurt that I'm about a half inch shorter than Chris, so it makes him feel tall.
That's right.
Oh boy, that's true. I've been in the boat with both of you.
Freddie, we love you. We love you and Nina just as much, and it's
Absolutely.
you know, we always have a blast. Looking forward to many more to come.
Yep.
Matter of fact, there is one coming.
There
There
it
is.
is.
Yeah, there's one coming.
Whoa!
Whoa, what happened? There we go. Okay.
I started clicking stuff.
Yeah, that happens. Yeah, y'all do have an adventure coming up here in a few months, don't y'all?
Yes. I am counting down.
Is that what's that, Mendota?
No.
The opposite direction.
Way opposite.
Way opposite.
Way up.
Are they coming down there with you?
Yes, they are.
Yes.
What the? Not if I get there first.
I mean, y'all are invited too. You know.
I know, right?
We're having a crawfish bowl.
Well, I don't know what the crawfish price is. We might make it a shrimp bowl. I don't know. We're going to see
Well,
about
no,
that.
we're gonna have to go catch our own at this point.
All I can say is it's going to be an amazing birthday week.
Yes. Oh, we are going to have fun. I have taken both weekends and that whole week off of work, and she is too. So
nice.
Yeah.
I gotta use my vacation, or they gonna take it from me. So
Right.
Yep.
What better way to do it?
Well, I could tell you
exactly.
The community as a whole, you know, bonding and supporting each other, and especially when somebody's down. So, just speaking from a unfortunate circumstances recently with me, getting all my stuff stolen and taken away. The community has helped me get right back on the saddle again and get back on the water. And we've seen it happen with, lots of other people, whether it's a health concern or just, traumatic event, but the community has always been extremely tight, and it's fun to be a part of. It's really cool when you bring somebody new into the fishing world and you start showing them stuff like this, and they're like, "Is that normal? Do you guys really do that?" And it's like, yeah, this is just kind of what our community does. It's a dysfunctional family at some sort, you can say, but I've met so many people I would consider lifelong friends, and some of them, like Jeremy, I've never even got to shake his hand yet, but
never shook hands, right?
But I love him. We talk and share information and stuff back and forth, and it goes with a lot of people in chat and on panel. But it's something special, I can tell you.
It is, and like I said, that was Nina's one, and then ours is a couple. Now my personal one. My personal one would probably be getting to hang out with J-Dog as much as I do once a year, but for like 3-4 days straight. That's probably my personal favorite, getting to do that.
Oh boy. Yeah, his head, that's probably why he couldn't make it in here. His head wouldn't fit.
Yeah, probably so. Probably so.
Unfortunately, he's stuck under a car, working on a car tonight. So Andy says we'll be in Louisiana for work later this year.
Me and Jerry go have to talk. Me and Jerry could do some damage to some fishing. I believe that would be terrifying, but man, it'd be exciting.
Andy says it well here. The community is awesome. There's always going to be some drama, but we have each other's backs. I've never seen a community quite like the catfish community. Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, hey, I know we're getting close to the end of the show, and I had a request to do a giveaway again tonight.
Cool.
We didn't get to give one away last week, and our friends over at Dirty South Dragon Weights wanted to get everybody kicked off. This warm weather's got us itching to get out there and get dragon weights, and so in the spirit of the spring right around the corner, put in Dirty South and get you a 5-pack of Dirty South Dragon weights, and they're, in my opinion, they're the best I've used. I haven't used them all, and there are many good ones out there, but Dirty South is what we've been running, and what we got most of our confidence in. I tell you, last year we started dragging through stuff I never thought we'd ever drag through, and Zach and I talking about this year's plans, and we're looking at doing a tournament circuit in a pool that we don't know. So, yeah. And I was like, well, we're just going to start dragging, and we're just going to drag through the nastiest stuff we can find and see what happens. So
when you put that up there, for some reason, I thought it said dirty mouth. And that reminded me of a very funny story.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Kelly had a nursery rhyme, but I can't share it all on your show.
okay.
Those that know.
Oh my.
Yeah. Well,
In my defense, I did not know the cameras were still rolling.
First time we ever met Mike Greenwell.
Yeah.
yeah, I remember part of this, but I don't remember the details, to be honest
We'll
with
talk about it after.
you.
Yeah,
There we go. There we go. Well,
we'll make sure the cameras are off this time.
well
Exactly. Yes.
I'd say to some extent, everyone, tries to behave themselves when they're on camera and be politically correct if possible and be mindful of everyone. But Tyra, did you just, oh, she put a space in there. I was like, did you just enter your own giveaway? She's like, I'm saving on shipping, man.
I know, right? Ship it to the living room.
But we'll give you guys just a couple more seconds to get that in there. I don't even know what I did with it. Where'd it go?
Yeah, I can attest to those because we had I don't drag much, but I can tell you I have drugged those things through some of the nastiest stuff you can possibly imagine, and they've come back to me just about every time. That's impressive.
Yeah, I can't say that about them. I've dragged through flooded timber a lot.
Yep. The
Unfortunately.
only thing they won't survive apparently is dragging across a gill net.
I don't think anything,
Nothing will survive that.
I was going to say, I don't think anything can go through a gill net
No.
and come out the other end.
No, I was quite upset. Once I figured out what I had done wrong, I was like, "Uh-oh, this is gonna be messy."
All right, I
Freddie,
give this
Freddie, are
another
you
shot.
whispering sweet nothings in a hurry here?
I might be.
What is it? All right, we're going to let it rip. Tater chip. You know me, I don't like to run these very long. About 2 minutes is all I give them. We're going to let it rip at 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Booyah. Which one? Richard, there's no space in there. Dead Sea Pirates Fishing wins tonight. Congratulations. I will let me get that off of there. I'll throw my banner or my ticker across the bottom there if you want to. I don't know if I got you on Facebook or not. There it is. Jeremy's faster than me.
I got you.
You
Covered.
shoot me an email. I don't remember my winner from week before. We had some winners the other week, and I didn't hear from everybody. And now I don't see my notebook. Uh-oh. So if you won there the week before last and you haven't got with me yet, I don't remember who it was. I know we had.
I think it was hooks and hammocks.
I don't think it was.
I thought it was the Appleway Customs and Gear.
Nice try.
I know it wasn't me. I never win anything.
I'm not sure what the giveaway was, but I'll take the credit for winning it.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. No, it was the 5-pack of Dirty South Dragon Weights.
I definitely needed to win that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you would just email me there, let me know what size you need. So you could choose your ounces. I believe it's 1 through 5. And so it'll be a 5-pack of weights. So just if not, they'll give you a variety pack. They'll send you a sample of each. So shoot me your address and we'll get that taken care of. There we go. Do I have a moderator in here that can help me drop some links for these folks that are up here? Randy asked if we can get a couple of links. I should have put them in the description, but I did not.
Well, I wasn't going to be here. I was, and then I wasn't, and Nina made me come. So that's why we're here.
Well, it looks like she could put her foot in your rear end with the foot that she's given tonight.
Yeah. She has that serious look on her face right now. She means business.
Yeah. I wouldn't mess around with her.
Nope.
She'd sweep you off your feet.
Oh,
I was waiting to make that joke.
wow.
I couldn't figure out how I was going to work that in there.
Uh,
There we go. Dee's got a link for us, Mr. Murillo. There we go. Thank you, guys.
what am I going to do with you, Roger?
Thank you, Dee.
I'm just glad he didn't put her picture on a plunger.
Well, I'm going to jump out of here, but I want to sneak peek of CatCon product.
Uh-oh. What is that?
Oh,
DL
Dual
Snap.
lock snap swivels.
Dual lock.
Yeah.
Large ones, and then we have these new bad boys right here, which I love these.
Speedy Snap.
Yep. Hold on, babe. Stay still.
Be quiet for a second.
You see it, but that little bitty thing is a 95-pound swivel. Now, something about this one is if you can see it, it springs open to put your line through.
Okay. I see that.
So instead of having to clip in and out, all you do is squeeze it, run your line through, let it go, and it locks it in.
Cool.
That's two of our cool products, and that was the 77-pound strength and that little bitty tiny little swivel.
Are any of these products on your website to kind of get a preview?
We are loading these right now. They will all show out of stock right now.
Right,
Because
right.
but there are getting loaded. In fact, almost all of our crappie stuff is loaded now. Majority of our other stuff is loaded now. I think we've got about 40 products for crappie fishing now, or bait fish, whatever you want to call it.
Awesome.
Easy now. You hurt somebody's feelings. Ain't that right?
Careful, Freddie.
Yeah.
People get real upset when you start talking about bait fish.
Yeah. Tell them, Richard.
She just hit me in the head.
True. There we go. So
You're either going to catch me with it, or you can catch big fish. Either way, you don't throw them back.
Right.
Yeah, I got you.
It's either bait or tacos.
Just don't start using the old green shad for bait. They get really offended about that at expos.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, the largemouth green shad.
Yeah.
Those ditch pickles.
Ditch pickles. Yeah.
Yeah. People get a little defensive about that, don't they?
Yeah, but a 10-inch ditch pickle makes a real good flathead candy.
That they do. I found that out last year. Apparently mine around here love them.
Yep.
Love them.
Yeah, I think it's universal everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you think
Fortunately, here in Georgia, the 10-inch ditch pickles are protected. They got to be 12 inches.
Well, bigger bait, bigger fish, maybe.
Well, when you get a 12-incher, you can just clip the tail and he flails around a little weird.
Yeah.
There you go.
There's that, but they do say that elephants eat peanuts. So I mean,
that's true. So don't
bluegill about this size tends to get.
That's what her 46 was caught on last.
Really?
A bluegill that I thought was too small.
Yeah, we've got a Skip up. We've never caught anything over 60 on the Ohio River down here, but Skip has caught 2 over 60. And one of them was on a piece of shad that had been out in the water for like almost an hour. It was the size of a quarter. And he caught a 60 or 65-pound blue on it.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. 2 inches makes a big difference, Sean says. Same here in Ohio. 12 is the limit. Yeah. Depends. Some bodies of water are even worse. The lakes and stuff can be up to 15 inches.
Say nothing.
Well, guys, I appreciate each and every one of you taking time to hang out tonight. We hope that everybody enjoys their Valentine's Day tomorrow, and in the spirit of Valentine's Day, and sharing what we love with our significant others. I would say thank you guys for coming on and hanging out. And those of you in chat, you got somebody is thinking about fishing or trying to fighting you in tooth and nail, just get them out there and take the time to teach them, be patient with them, and make it a fun experience. And
that's right.
You never know. You might end up with somebody that just gets hooked on fishing just as deep as you are. The only problem is it gets expensive. It's just
It does.
Just make sure you know what you're signing up for. You might sit on the dock all night while they fish.
You be careful.
He's just not gonna let that go, is he?
No,
No,
He's with the fish too.
he's scarred.
Yeah.
He's got
he's
some-
not gonna let it go, but it's okay because I mean it's not like we fish all the time.
No, yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah. He said emotional damage. All right, guys. We'll see you guys here next Tuesday night. Same cat time, same cat channel. Good night, everybody.
Don't fish every